We need to talk about the state of the Xbox 360. I recently bought a game and it doesn't work. I posted a video about some pickups that I got and I talked about the crew. And the comments started flooding in. So then I realized that I had a game that was completely useless. So what do I do now? The servers were literally just shut down for this game on March 31st. I missed this game by a couple of weeks. And, well, months if I was going to play it. So what else is going on with Xbox 360 that I, or possibly even you, might not be aware of? So I did a little bit of research with some things that I found that I'm not too happy about. And I think that everyone should be aware of it. So hopefully I'm not repeating stuff that you already know in this video, but stay tuned because I'm going to talk about some topics and some of my opinions about them. If you're not already painfully aware by all the videos, the marketplace is shutting down for the Xbox 360 store. And you might think to yourself, well, no big deal, Sam. I've got the Xbox One. Who cares? The problem is that there are Xbox 360 games that are not compatible with the Xbox One. And there are also games that are available digitally on the store that are not available on the Xbox One as well. There are some things that are just exclusive to the Xbox 360 marketplace. There's the themes, there's the pictures, DLCs for games that you possibly own right now. If I were you, while you have the time, I would go on your Xbox 360 and make sure that you have everything on there that you want, because once the marketplace is gone, it's gone. Now you might be able to rely on hackers, maybe they'll do something, maybe they'll recover stuff. Hopefully we can preserve from a video game aspect, like historically, the things that are going to disappear. But you as a gamer or a collector or whatever you are, I would go ahead and make sure that you have everything that you need or want before it goes away. And when it comes to the marketplace, it's not all about just like DLCs and buying products. There's actually some free games on there. I recently downloaded Crackdown 1 and 2, Crimson Alliance, and 2 Human. 3 of those are full-blown like Xbox 360 games, and they were completely free. Crimson Alliance is one of those Xbox arcade games. It says that it has a 1 to 2 player like local co-op, so hopefully that means I can actually play the game once the store shuts down. I'm not as knowledgeable about the Xbox Arcade because honestly, the majority of my gaming experience has never really been spent online or doing a lot of things on like online stores or multiplayer or whatever. So my knowledge on that is a little lackluster, so you might want to find another video describing that. But I did download it and we'll see if it works after the fact. And while perusing the marketplace, it's just another excuse to whip out this guy. I haven't used this bad boy since, I don't even remember. But when you're perusing the marketplace, make sure you have this because it's really annoying otherwise. So in terms of the marketplace shutting down and the whole server issue, this is when I discovered that there was more than one problem happening all at once. So just to clarify, the marketplace will be shutting down. Multiplayer like services will not shut down with the marketplace, but there is a large asterisk on this. If the publisher is not hosting the server that hosts the multiplayer, then you can't play it. So the marketplace shutting down actually doesn't have anything to do with the multiplayer stuff. There actually have been servers that have been getting shut down like well before the marketplace, like GTA Online got shut down like years ago. The Crew being a second one. So if you have a game that you're currently playing that is of an online multiplayer, as long as the publisher is still hosting those servers, you will be able to play those online games.
And that was awkward.
A lot of the question is like with the marketplace shutting down, can I still play my Xbox 360 games? Can I play games that I've downloaded? Those will all still be available to you. According to Xbox's website, if you have something that you've previously purchased and you need to re-download it, that will be available to you. I'd really like to see how that stands the test of time if that's going to be true in like 5 to 10 years. A couple of other titles that were affected by like server shutdowns is like Final Fantasy XI and Defiance, which Defiance was an online like shooter sci-fi game that later on got a game called Defiance 2050. So you could take all of the like things that you had in the first game and like carry them over. But then that one also got shut down. So that one is just like completely unplayable, not even available. Final Fantasy XI, that's one of those ones you got to keep a lookout for because it's a physical release and it's completely useless. I'm sure there's plenty more titles that are affected that are unplayable on the Xbox 360. I couldn't find like a definitive list of games that were released physically that are no longer playable. If you guys could find a list like that, comment down below, let me know if you found that list. But every time I looked for it, it was really talking about a mesh of like digital, physical games. So server shutdowns, marketplace shutting down. That's it, right? That's all we have to worry about. Unfortunately, no. Delisted games. Delisted games means that Xbox no longer holds the license to the game to sell it. So when a game is delisted, that goes beyond the Xbox 360. But in this case, think of a game like Deadpool for the Xbox 360. Now you can buy that game on any platform, but let's say for the Xbox 360, that game, you cannot buy it on the marketplace because it is a delisted game. If you own it physically, you can play it. Now, if you're one of the people who, for some reason, really wanted it on the Xbox 360, that is no longer an option to you. You're gonna have to buy it, the Xbox One copy that they like re-released or whatever. But there are instances like that where a game has been delisted, meaning that the physical copy of the game is the only way to play it. And unlike Deadpool, some titles didn't get games released again on the Xbox One. Games that come to mind, like Jurassic Park. I think that game's been pretty expensive for a while, unless I'm confusing that with the original Xbox. But there are titles that are for the Xbox 360, never made it beyond the Xbox 360, and once it's no longer available on the marketplace, or even worse, delisted, that is the only way to play it. And for us physical collectors, that's a bad thing because that means that the value of the copy of the game is going to go through the roof, and it's going to make it that much harder to collect games that we actually want to play. I'll make sure to leave a link to the delisted games that I found. I found a list online. Maybe that will be helpful to you in addition to the list of free games that are available on the marketplace. Doing research for this video was really frustrating, and it has a lot to do with me. I never really thought this problem would happen with the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and that was naive of me. Those consoles were online. They were like the first time that people really used those consoles as a hub, as a way to play with each other. Like online was available before that, but that's when it really boomed. So why this wouldn't be a problem, I guess because it was our first experience with something like that, it's weird losing it. With the Xbox 360, you know, I think of that console as part of, like, it's that in between. It's not retro, it's not modern, but it's modern enough that we have this problem. So with the marketplace shutting down, you know, it's an end of an era. So I wanted to give everyone an opportunity to start a discussion in the comments down below. I want to hear, what are your favorite games? Your favorite moments? What was like something that just like blew your mind with the Xbox 360? You know, what were your first moments? What are you gonna miss about it? I mean, like, it's really an end of an era. It's like one of the first modern-esque, and I say that just because of me, consoles. Now, for someone who might be a little bit older than me, it's not a console that's, you know, old enough to be in the limbo for them, but for me it is. And I'm really gonna miss everything that made the Xbox 360 what it was, minus the red ring of death. So this is a little embarrassing. All of my clips at the end of the videos completely cut out. If you made it to this part of the video, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And don't forget, there's a pixelated world waiting out there for you.